press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Oh my god. How it happens? What will I do now?
Miss Banerjee, what happened? Why are you crying? Please be seated.
Thank you. Suddenly, I received a SMS from my bank, as I have withdrawn 20k from ATM. But I didn't, you know.
Got it. This is an ATM crime happening nowadays. Everybody have to be very careful inside ATM.
How does peoples are losing money without withdrawing money by themselves?
Right, criminals are using skimmer.
Skimmer. What's that, Mr. Suman?
Okay, listen carefully till end. Thieves use hidden electronics to steal the personal information that's stored on your card and record your PIN number to access all cash in your account.
Oh my god. Can you explain in detail, Mr. Suman?
Yes, of course. I will show you a presentation. Please listen carefully.
Yes, sure.
Okay, please come with me. Yes, here it is.
Please go ahead.
Okay, let's start.
Hello, today I am going to discuss on the ATM card skimming and PIN capturing. So nowadays all over the world is facing this particular issue and lots of people are suffering due to this ATM scammer and the PIN capturing activity. So now today I'll discuss on this particular criminal activity, means how they are skimming, as well as there is a chance to minimize the issue from our side or to save ourselves. What are the steps we can follow so that we can avoid or we can protect this kind of activity? So let's start with my presentation or the awareness. The first is the what is ATM skimmer. So you can define this ATM skimmer like this: an unauthorized method of capturing data from the magnetic strip on the back of an ATM card by criminals is called as ATM card skimming. All of you know that there is a magnetic strip just back of our ATM card. So that particular ATM card magnetic strip is storing a lot of private information regarding our banks. Maybe that is a debit card, maybe that is a credit card. So the important that financial information that is stored into that magnetic strip is very, very private and very, very essential for the banking purpose. And if the criminal get that information, so obviously you are in trouble. So at first, like to say that the card skimmer is a small electronic device which is consisting of these things: a battery, a chipset, and memory. So this battery, chipset, and memory, these three things are used to create this kind of card skimmer. So normally the card skimmer is placed in this place, as you can see. Normally where we are used to put the card inside the ATM machine, so that is a place where the criminal fit that particular card skimmer, which is a small electronic device which looks almost same like the ATM card insert slot. So as I told you, it is placed over the ATM card insertion slot. Once you insert the ATM card through this card skimmer, that means unknowingly, obviously. So in that case, what happens? Now it collects your secret data, which is written on the magnetic strip of your ATM card of the backside immediately, and the data is saved into this card skimmer's memory. So now you can understand all this private data is now collected from your memory, collected from your ATM card, from that magnetic strip of your ATM card and store into the criminal's device, that is the ATM skimmer device, right? Now let's see what are the information are stored in our ATM card's magnetic field. So data on the credit card or debit card is stored on track 1 and track 2 on the magnetic strip. So this magnetic strip can be divided into track 1 and track 2. So normal human eye cannot see this track 1 and track 2. So this is actually just beside that particular black strip which is there on the back side of our ATM or credit card. So now that strips mainly stores what? It mainly stores the primary account number that we used to call the PAN number, which is up to 19 characters. Usually store all this information, but not always matches the credit card number printed on the front of the card. Name, that is the 2 to 26 characters. So the name of the card holder stored into this magnetic field, and the expiration and the expire date, that is a 4 character stored into that in the form of YY and MM format, means year and month format. Let's say if your card expire date is 4th of 21st, so then 4th of 21st in the sense month is April and the year is 2021, then it will be stored like 0421. So that information is stored, that expire date of your card stored into this magnetic field, and the service code, that is 3 characters, and many more info, and the many other information. There is a private information stored into this card, into this magnetic field. Yeah. Now for collecting your ATM pin, normally they use any one of the following 2 methods. So I'll describe you 2 methods. So that 2 methods mainly they are using, or the criminals are using, to get your PIN number. So before starting with this, so that means what? That means the once that your private data of your ATM card is received or stored or collected by the criminal, that means they can easily create a duplicate copy of your card that we have already discussed in my previous slide, right? So now what other? So that means the criminals already have received the completed the first step. That means now they can recreate or reproduce your ATM card. Now what other things we need apart from the ATM card? In order to access the ATM card, we need the PIN number. Now we'll discuss this step, that is how they collect the PIN number of your ATM card. Now for collecting your ATM card PIN number, normally they are using 2 methods. So the first method, or the method 1, is as follows. They stick or paste a thin keyboard panel, as you can see in the picture. So this is our normal original keyboard, right? Now what they do is they create another keypad that is coming from the right hand side corner. So that is a thin another ATM keyboard that they have created, and they are pasting the same onto the original keyboard, right? So they stick or paste a thin keyboard panel area on the original ATM keyboard. Let me explain. It means when you are entering your PIN, actually you are pressing or using the key of their keyboard, which is placed on the top of the original ATM keyboard. I hope it is clear. Now your key pressing pressure passes on the below original ATM keyboard, means when you are pressing the keys, actually you are touching their keyboard, and that pressure now that passes through their keyboard onto the original keyboard, and the PIN gate and the PIN and your PIN number is is entered correctly. Okay, but what happened? Now their keyboard also captured your PIN number. Now through the now the next part is the whenever you are entering that. So now your card get validated. So thief's keyboard store your pressed 4-digit PIN number into their memory chip. That means what? Your PIN also get hacked or copied by the hacker. That means now their activity is complete. Means their information collection, that activity has been completed successfully. They have got your all private data from the ATM card, and also they collected the keyboard. The PIN number. So this is method 1, and what is the method 2? Normally what they did is they install a very small hole look, a very pinhole kind of thing, a pinhole kind of camera. There is a secret camera. So they install that, a teeny camera, on a suitable place of the ATM machine from where they can record your key pressing video. Okay. Now that camera can be placed on the above of the ATM screen, normally where the lights are placed on the ATM machine, or any place from where they can follow your key pressing keys. So as a result, your PIN number get hacked or copied. So this is method 2. So first method is by either they are providing the either they are creating a keyboard, a fake keyboard, and the second one is they are recording the video of your keyboard pressing activity. So these two methods they can follow, and they can capture your PIN number. Now the question comes, hence, how to prevent yourself from these thieves? Now just follow the next steps properly to avoid chances of getting your card data leaked to them before inserting your ATM card into the ATM machine. Before inserting your ATM card, you follow these steps. So the first thing needs to be checked is that check the card insertion area. You please check the card insertion area like this. Try to pull the card insertion area slightly. If there is any extra cover that is fitted by the thieves, that should be come out when you pull out that area. Remember, do not break any original ATM equipment, right? So keep this in mind. You can just try to pull out that thing, pull out the insertion area. If it is a false, means if the thieves schema is placed onto that, so that will be pull out as per your, means whenever you are forcing your to get that thing outside. So now the next part is the notice carefully the whole ATM screen and its surroundings. For any hidden hole like camera, or as I said, pinhole like camera, whether that secret camera is fitted or not, just look around and try to find out if there is any. Though it is very tough or difficult to understand whether there is any camera or not. So always follow the below step 4 when you entering the 4th digit. So this is the second step. In the 4th step, I will be telling you the another process through which we can safeguard our ATM PIN number. So like you have pulled out, you tried to pull out the ATM schema, in the same manner you can check out whether there is any false keyboard panel is also pasted on the original keyboard of ATM machine. So try to pull out the keyboard area. If any pasted keyboard plate is there on the top of the original keyboard, that should be coming out whenever you will be trying to pull out the keyboard. And here is also, you have to remember, do not break any original ATM equipment, then you will be in trouble. So this is the 3rd step you can follow. Okay, this is also very vital. You can try this one. Now the last step, and obviously this is very important part. This step is most important and always follow whether you performed all previous 3 steps or not. So there is a very vital step you should follow. Place your one hand over the other hand very closely and then type your ATM pin so that your finger movement cannot be noticed or followed from any angle or from any point. But unfortunately, these steps will not work in case they have placed a false keyboard on the top of the original keyboard. Okay, so but still this practice is a very good practice. Always follow these steps, or just guide your one hand by the other hand whenever you are entering your PIN number on the ATM machine. This is very, very vital. So don't panic, get panic, just call police in case you found anything abnormal. If you face any abnormality, if you noticed any abnormality on the ATM machine or system, just call the police and get it sorted. And obviously this is my last suggestion to all of you, that is, you should always prefer to use the same ATM counter so that you will be aware of their ATM machine exactly look like, and in case you found any changes, you can notice the same and can check accordingly or call the police. Whenever you are used to go a particular ATM counter, you must be knowing very clearly, or you will have some idea. Fine, this ATM counter is like this. So, I mean, this the color of the ATM card slot is like this. The keyboard area is like this. The ATM system looks like this. So you will have a clear idea. So if you always go to a particular ATM counter, or a single ATM counter, means suppose maybe that is in a locality. So then in that case, what happened? If any changes made by the criminal, so you can notice it easily, right? So that is why this is my suggestion. Always prefer to use the same ATM counter. I know this is not possible always, but still try at least as much as you can. So this is all about my presentation. So please be conscious and save yourself from this ATM scamming and your PIN capturing. Thank you.
Is it clear now, Ms. Banerjee?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Suman.
Welcome, Ms. Banerjee. I hope, henceforth you will follow these guidelines at ATM, right?
Sure, Mr. Suman. I will do each time I enter into ATM.
Thank you. We all must follow.
I shall not forget your help, Mr. Suman. I may come in future too.
Sure, I am always there for everybody for help you out.
Yes, I know, Mr. Suman.
Please do subscribe my YouTube channel to get yourself update.
Yes, I did it. Friends, you all also please subscribe, or else you will lose many update.
Thanks, Ms. Banerjee.
Bye bye.
Bye bye and take care.